What's that? You want to know some news? Okay. Welcome back guys, Mr. Rawlings here. Let's do some news. So first up, you may well have already seen it. Ben Affleck tweeted this video and it's clearly Deathstroke. Now when we first saw this, some people were saying, oh my god, the villain in Justice League is going to be Deathstroke, and I was like, what? That makes no sense. Why would you ever think that? Now, maybe he's in Justice League, yeah, sure, I get that, but as if you'd have Deathstroke as the main bad guy in a Justice League movie. Like, how is he going to take on all those people? He barely competes with Batman. Obviously Batman beats him usually, right? So how's he going to do the rest of them? He'll be stood there, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, well, I'm wearing handcuffs. Oh yeah, that's the Flash? Yeah, you just like put handcuffs on you without even knowing? And then he'll be like, oh, hang on a minute, why is my head removed from my body? Oh yeah, that's Superman? He killed you? Like, makes no sense, guys. Just makes no sense. Well, okay, I know Superman wouldn't kill him, but you get what I'm trying to say. But because the footage was so recent, and you know they must be shooting Justice League still, or you know, ironing out the kinks or whatever, it does seem like he must be in Justice League. So either they're already filming for the Batman film, standalone Batman film with Ben Affleck, or this is just some test footage, or there is going to be more of a cameo of Deathstroke in Justice League. What I'm thinking it could be is something like, at the end maybe, Batman's like, oh, I've heard about this guy, he's sent me this video on Twitter moving about, and he's like, oh, I'm coming after you, or maybe like there's like a flashback or something like that, like a little nod to him, maybe like a little cameo. But clearly the main enemy's got to be something more fantastical than that, right? I mean, we've already had the hints about Darkseid or something like that. Usually Justice League take on big alien type things, don't they, rather than like a metahuman or a guy with some swords. So it looks like Deathstroke might be in Justice League, but it does seem confirmed that he is going to be the main bad guy in the Batman film, and of course that makes far more sense. So are they already filming Batman? Like I say, possibly, but it's probably just doing a few test shots. They might put him in as a cameo briefly in Justice League, but he's definitely not going to be the main bad guy for Justice League. It makes no sense. He will be the main bad guy in the Batman movie. If you disagree, let me know. But I won't end up agreeing with you, because then we'd both be wrong. And then on to this shit gadget of the week. Now, these guys seem like lovely people, but they're basically really deluded. Okay, they're just so deluded. What this is it's called TimeCap, and it's a camera you wear so that you can continuously be filming everything you do in case something cool happens which you would otherwise would have missed because it wasn't planned. Now I get that. I've been playing some sports before and done something amazing and been like, why was no one filming that? Or you know, like something random happens, you're like, why was no one filming that? Or you say something funny. I get that. Partly why I don't like this gadget is the fact that there's a need for it, or a believed need for it, because of how instant everyone is with social media and uploading videos, and constantly got to be connected and constantly got to be filming and documenting everything, and you can't just enjoy the moment ever. And I realise it's a bit hypocritical me saying this, making a YouTube video, but you know, I don't go around filming everything that happens all day long, because sometimes you've got to live in the moment, right? And it's a shame that you go out and you just see people constantly on their phones filming things. It's like, guys, you're with your friends, just talk to them for a second. You don't have to constantly Snapchat your entire day. And this is a bit like that. I don't see why you have to constantly, you know, film your entire day. But I do understand what they're saying about missing a moment, so I realise there's a need. I'm not that naive to think that people wouldn't want this. However, the other thing why I don't like this, and why I believe they're deluded, is that they call it like a fashionable and discreet badge thing you can wear.
TimeCap is a fashionable and discreet shirt pin that films and records slices of life moments that are unplanned and spontaneous when hanging with your friends.
Are you kidding me? It is so undiscreet, it's unreal. I mean, there's this big hideous button thing with like, oh, you can get it in red or you can get it in green to match your clothes. It looks terrible, guys. It's not discreet in the slightest. And also I have to ask if there's some legal issues here as well, because although technically you're allowed to film without permission in the public, what happens when, and as you can see in one of these, well, in one of the images, they're in a coffee shop. Now that's a private property. That is privately owned, and technically you need permission to film in there and film other people. And they're having a coffee in there, constantly filming everything that's going on. They are breaking the law. Now I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that is how it works. If you're out in the public, you can record whenever you want. Out of courtesy, you should ask people, but you don't have to at all. But when you're in a private place, you know, they've got the right to say stop doing that, or get out, or even take it further to the authorities. I'm pretty sure it's against the law. So they've missed the trick there, and they're representing it as being, you know, private establishment friendly, when I don't think it is. But it just looks hideous. It's not discreet in the slightest. And technically it could be really bad quality as well, because although it's got this little TimeCap icon whenever it's the TimeCap footage, I question that, because when they're looking around and it's supposed to be the person wearing the badge, it's obviously a good camera they're doing it with. It's not the TimeCap thing. Someone's filming it and pretending they're wearing it. So we don't actually know if any of the footage you can see is genuine. The only thing you do see is some still shots, because you can save just one shot, and the quality of them is not good. So I don't believe it's going to be very good quality. It doesn't look good. People can be like, what is that thing on your shirt? It's not discreet, and it's a shame that there's a need for it, or a believed or perceived need for it. And also there are questions, you know, for security and legality behind it. So all in all, I'm sorry guys, although I know you're trying to make a cool gadget, it ain't gonna work. Oh, but one final piece of information as to why I believe this is a gadget, and that's the fact that if it is genuinely recording all the time and backing up to the cloud, there could be some videos on there that you didn't really want to be on there, that perhaps you forgot you were recording. So, not sure about that. Oh, and just so you know, it looks like Warner Brothers are really interested in taking The Cursed Child, which was a book and currently a play from Rowling, and making it into a trilogy of Harry Potter movies. I'm not too sure the reason why they want to do this. I think it's just for the fans. But to be honest, I would be happy to see that. You know, it would be quite good to see some new Harry Potter movies in a way. It might not have the same magic as the original ones. I've not read The Cursed Child, I've not seen the play, so I don't know how good the story is, but it does seem like it is being quite well received. Will Daniel Radcliffe be Harry Potter again in it, as an older Harry Potter? I'm not sure that would interest him, to be honest. You know, he's been doing a lot of different movies, and would he really want to reprise that character? But at the same time, if they couldn't convince him somehow, and I don't know how they could convince him, but if they didn't convince him somehow to reprise his role, I don't see it having the same feel, because you just know it isn't really Harry Potter. I could be wrong there, people might not mind. Clearly everyone's going to see the play still, and they don't care who's playing it. But it just might seem a bit strange if it's not Harry Potter, or sorry, Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry Potter. But yeah, I would definitely see them if they came out. And then just a little reminder that it is the open beta for Battlefield 1, so if you're not playing it, you might as well, because it's free to download. I don't know when it's running to, I think it's like a week long, but there was a little bit of trouble on the official first day of the beta. Now I played it the day before the official release for the beta with the early access, because I'm an insider or something like that, and it was all fine, all played well. I actually did a video of that using my old graphics card to see how well it played on there. And then when I went to play it on the official first day of the open beta for everyone, I couldn't get on. I couldn't connect to any EA server at all. I couldn't log a help support request. I couldn't go on the forums, it wouldn't even load that. And I was like, what is going on? Now it transpires that the servers were down for practically everyone. There's some people who could get on still, but certainly in basically the whole of the UK, a lot of Europe, and a large amount of people in US were having massive difficulties getting onto the servers. Rumour has it that they were DDoSed, so that's somewhat out of EA's control. You know, if that happens to them, it's not really their fault. But then I did say in another video that you'd think they'd have backups of servers and would anticipate this type of attack. And I know it's difficult to combat that type of thing, but try and do something, you know. It's just a bit of a shame it's the first day and there's all that hype and then it doesn't load for them, you know, and a lot of people are complaining about it and put off straight away. It's embarrassing for them, but it does seem to be sort of okay now. It is still a little bit temperamental, but it will be because it's just a lot of people playing on it. Whether attacks are still going on, I don't know, but I played yesterday and it seems okay at the moment as well. So like I say, jump on if you can. It's on the consoles. I'm playing it on PC because, you know, it's an FPS, so it's kind of how you should play it in my opinion. No hate to the console players. Now my first impressions of it are, it does feel a lot like Star Wars Battlefront, more than a Battlefield game, at least it did in the first day I played. When I was playing yesterday, it did feel a little bit more like Battlefield again, but it just seems like a little bit too slick with the, you know, the interface and the logging in and all that type of stuff. You kind of expect the user interface to be old looking and maybe give you that feel of World War One. To me, apart from the fact that the weapons are like it, nothing about it seems like World War One. I know obviously you've got the old tanks and old weapons like I say, but that's not enough. It just doesn't seem like World War One in the slightest. It feels like someone has taken Star Wars Battlefront, changed the map slightly, put different skins on the players, given them different weapons and said on you go. It doesn't really, for me yet, at least on the map I played, capture the essence of World War One. It doesn't feel as dank as that, but I will keep giving it a go and it is fun. I'm not saying it isn't fun because it is, and I probably will still get the full game, but I do want to play it for a few more days, maybe play a different mode and see what it's like, and you should too, because why not? And then I think that'll pretty much bring us to the end of the news rant, except for one more thing. Now, I don't know if you've watched it, but you should. Netflix original series Stranger Things. I finished watching it the other day, and they've confirmed there's going to be a season 2, and they've made a little quick trailer just to bring that home, so I thought we'd take a look at that together. So here it is, guys, Stranger Things 2, Netflix, that's all it says. Play! Netflix original series. The music in this series is amazing. The nostalgia of the 80s feel to it is brilliant. Huh? Are these the episode names? I guess these are the episode names. The music is so good, I can't get over how good the music is. Now I'm assuming the words that were coming up on the screen were perhaps the names of each episode for the season. I don't know what it's going to be about. You know, of course, if you've watched it, and you know, this will be spoilers if you've not, so look away. But at the end of the first series, something's still going on with the kid. Will the girl come back? Elle? We don't know, but I'm sure it'll be quite interesting. Apparently, it's going to get darker, and it's already quite dark. There was already someone got killed, you know, in the first one. So I'm really looking forward to it. Like I say, the nostalgia of it is brilliant. It's like an old 80s creepy sci-fi horror type thriller movie going on, and I just loved it. So if you've not looked at it or not watched it already, try to watch it. Didn't really give you a spoiler there, doesn't really matter what I just said there, just go and watch it if you've not, and then in 2017 you'll have season 2. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling a bit now, guys, not really making much sense, and need to have a little lie down perhaps. So guys, as ever, click like if you like that, click subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, if you're going to launch an open beta and you're going to hype it up and get everyone really excited for it, try to make sure that on the first day of its release, the servers work. Bye! Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.